Hey family, welcome in. I pray these messages find you at the precise time you need them. We're going to start by setting the space. I wanted to offer you all some incense. Welcome in, welcome in. I offer this incense to the land on which I reside, the land spirits here that support my work, to the ancestors of the Holy Light, all of my angels and my guides, and to Shishi Radha Murli Gopal. Prabhupada in the back. Hello everyone. Hi Michelle, hi Ashta, hi James, welcome in. And I offer this incense to you. May it uplift your spirits, cleanse your space, and align your mind, body, and spirit in grounded energy. Welcome in, Jim. Welcome in, Natalie. Hi, Lisa. So we'll let that continue burning in the back here. Oh, for me it's the front. Hello, Robert, and welcome in. Hi, Sean, welcome in. Happy you could make it on a Saturday morning. So, family, I am excited to be making a few announcements. I just wanted to give a nice shout out to all of you who come out to the lives and all of the mods who support me here. I really honestly could not sustain these energies and channel the messages the way that I do if it weren't for you. So thank you. Thank you. And for those of you who make it to the live streams, I adore you. And I'm so happy that we get to connect in this fashion. For those of you who catch these videos at another time, I'm so happy that you take the time out of your day to watch a live stream. I know the energy is a little bit different in these videos, so the fact that you stick with it, I appreciate you so much. And I, as always, pray they find you at the precise time you need them. And as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. So I just wanted to say that I am happy. I am happy with all the energy that is taking place in the collective right now. This was not the announcement that I wanted to make, but I really don't know how to say the thing. Like the words keep escaping me, and I think that's because of my excitement. But also, hi Nairani. Before hopping on this morning, I was feeling a lot of anticipation and excitement from you all. And that feels really good to me because I know that it means that the collective is about to move through a massive shift and upgrade in energies. So I just wanted to shout out a couple of things that I am participating in / working on. Today, I'm wearing this cute, adorable little shirt. It's a crop with like a cinch bottom and these really epic like ripped jeans, and I'm super excited about them. It's part of a branded like partnership with Haberdash, which is a rental fashion subscription, and I'm so excited about this. I am able to bring this to you at a discount. your first month signing up for this is free. You have literally nothing to lose. You get unlimited returns. You can pull out 4 items at a time. Like this, it's really hard to go wrong, because as you decide what energy you want to show up in, there's something for you in that energy through these different clothes. And I mean, it's so epic, because literally, like, you can try things that you would never normally try and then switch them out if it doesn't work for you at no cost. First month is free, and after that it's $50 a month. They pay for the laundry, they pay for shipping. All you have to do is sign up. Your first month is free, and you can put in your sizes, and they'll send you, honestly, energetically, things that are aligned. Because you guys are like coming through my website, it's like I've set the intention that your guides will bring you exactly what you need in the moment that you need it. So it's really neat to see the way that that's also been working for me in my own life. So if you're interested in joining that subscription, please check out the link down below. The website is juliarosescloset.com. So that aside, I wanted to let you know that I am finished with the Shadow Work Bootcamp, and right now it's in the process of being reviewed by the people that I submitted it to for publication. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna take a couple of days, probably the middle or end of next week, that's gonna be made public, but each of these messages leading up to that release is actually going to be geared towards shadow work. So that's what we're going to be talking about a lot today. And I just want to remind you all that the ascension symptoms are totally wild right now. They are literally insane. Like, some of you guys could be breaking out. You could be feeling exhausted, like you're waking up several times in the middle of the night. Again, with the hot flashes, the migraines, your psychic sensitivities being infinitely magnified, just noticing that you're experiencing so much more from other people and picking up on things that you might not normally have picked up on in a way that is probably aggravating, as it has been for me. But you're also being encouraged to embrace your patience a little bit more. Yeah, ears have been ringing for a month, no sleep allowed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jim. But I pray that you're resting as you need to. So it's just a really incredible time to be alive right now and moving through the work that you all are committed to working through on this channel. Like, I know I speak to a very specific set of light workers. Like, you guys are actually the ones committed to doing the work. And it's always, it's not that other light workers, and it's not that other channels don't have collectives or followings that do this, but I know that you are the people that are committed to putting the work in, because you know all of the changes that will take place as a result of you moving through these heavy emotions. And so I wanted to pull some cards today to get a bit more of a sense of what exactly you're working through right now, like what aspects of the collective shadow we're working through as a team, to see what it is that you need to hear that will help you move through this process a bit more easily. So let's see. What deck are we going to start with? We're going to start with Lisa Powers' Essential Oil Oracle cards. It is really, ooh, interesting. It's really interesting, this energy, and I've never had a deck that has come out. I must have been doing something with this, I don't know, but it feels like, okay, you're working through a lot of mirroring right now. That's one thing that I'm noticing intensely for you all right off the bat. Like, the mirroring that you're working through in terms of how you respond to others, how you maintain your boundaries right now. I feel like some of you especially are being challenged to to communicate differently. And I want you to know that you're doing a great job, and that your throat chakra is probably feeling super activated along with your third eye, because you're seeing more depth in other people's realities and where your alignment does lay and where you're not in alignment with other people. Welcome in, Prabhakar Mitra and Ayushi Awasti. Welcome in. Happy to have you. So, what is it that specifically you're working through right now? Your guides are saying that visualization meditations are especially impactful and helpful for you right now. So if you're able to engage with those a little bit more, I would encourage you to do so. Welcome in, Lune. Happy Saturday. I feel like you're also in a process of trying things in a new way. You're very much in an energy of it just feels like you're reinventing yourself. Where I'm at right now, it's northeastern US, feeling so much like it's winter. The call for hibernation is heavy. The call for more time in solitude is heavy. And I know that's kind of contradicting some of the messages that I've been getting for you all, which is to, yep, right on, is to tell you that you need to be putting yourself out there a little bit more. And for some of you, this does just mean having different conversations with the people around you. For some of you, this means literally just getting out of your house and going outside and being outside around people. I remember the last live stream I did, I was like, you don't even have to smile. You don't have to look at other people. You just need to get out. You need to get out and get those sun codes, okay? So, right off the bat, I feel like some of you, as much as, okay, whoa. Yeah. Your family systems, your internal family systems, maybe some of you are working through meditations right now through the, it's like a method or perspective of internal family systems, and really claiming your power in such a way that it's showing you even more how you can continue to individuate from your childhood dynamics. The first card that, yeah, this is amazing. I'm like, we have 3 cards here, that's it. And then the bottom of the deck, this is epic. This first card that came out was independence. The trigger statement is, I am just like my mother or father, sister, brother, cousin. The true statement is, I am free to choose. It says, you are ready to break free of the conditioning that has bound you so that you may continue your journey of healing and growth. This is associated with the solar plexus. Yeah, really powerful message. Really powerful message today. And I feel like some of you have really been struggling with feeling like you're seen and heard in your family. Whether this is something that you're working through right now, or this is something that you've noticed and have been working on in the past, this is a gentle reminder to see if you can go deeper. Because for light workers, it's so common that the experience that you have as a child is meant to be the pressure cooker that helps you bloom into the freest version of yourself. And in the shadow work here specifically, I feel like you're going back in meditations, you're going back in journaling, whether you're writing to your inner teenager or your inner child, writing letters to them and channeling messages from them to you. Very much this energy of, what didn't I get that I needed that's holding me back today? Or what happened to me that oppressed me that I'm ready to step out of now? And I feel like the more you work on that shadow work in regard to what you experienced as a child, the more you're going to free up energy to take the opportunities and act on the visions that your guides have been bringing you. And for some of you, very specific, for a few of you here, it feels like you haven't been able to see the way forward because it just feels like you're surrounded by so much darkness. And that's an even deeper call right now, to be meditating on these childhood dynamics that have been carried forward, specifically codependency. I'm hearing codependency and people pleasing, and working on creating that experience of individuation, you as your own person, you as your own individual identity, not your brother's sister, not your mother's daughter. So much what you needed was the encouragement of being able to live your own life and make your own choices, to be gently guided through mistakes and encouraged to begin again, but also to be celebrated for your wins. So I see a lot of you are working intensely on rewriting those childhood dynamics to come into a more compassionate perspective of also what your parents were going through and the things that they were never able to voice, the things that they were never able to work through, or your authority figures. Because I'm hearing right now you're being encouraged to make choices that are solely for you, solely for your joy. And for some of you, this feels like it's selfish, but it's not. And if that's something you're feeling guilty about, moving in the direction of your dreams, moving in the direction of your calling, your inspiration, then that's something to meditate on and ask the different ages of you, the different versions of yourself, where is this guilt coming from? Is it mine? Or was it something I was conditioned with to behave a certain way? And I see so many of you in this work reclaiming your power. Yeah. Moving into the next card here, we have a focus on the sacral chakra. It says good fortune with the essential oil wild orange. The trigger statement is, what's the point? And the true statement is, I attract abundance. The message says, feel the joy you would have once you've reached your goals here and now. You will achieve your dreams fastest that way. I feel like I want to pull up a few cards on this one because there's a lot to unpack and a lot of different perspectives that this could fit into. So let's see what is most pressing from your guides right now. Some of you were discouraged from following your dreams as a kid. Or some of you were discouraged from following your joy in important relationships that you had as an adult. And I can feel some of your heart chakras being activated by this particularly. So you're diving deep into the truth of your desires. The truth of your desires. Hi, Akshita. Congratulations on your new beginning. So, for some of you, you're working through the mindset right now that you can't be successful and make an income that supports you abundantly by following your dreams. Yeah, wow. And I'm hearing some of your shadows are saying, I'll never amount to anything. And I'm sorry that you went through life feeling like your dreams didn't matter. Yeah, here we go. Because they do. Your joy makes all the difference in this world. And your joy makes all the difference in your life. And it's okay to selfishly pursue that. I'll be the first to tell you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if other people get upset by the fact that you're happy or you're doing things in an effort to become happy. Because as a light worker, your joy is the vibration that affects positively the grid the most, and it affects positively the people around you the most. Because when you're in that energy of joy, of appreciating your efforts, of appreciating your wins, appreciating your joy, that automatically lifts your vibration. And when you love yourself enough to go after those things that you aspire for, it might trigger a lot of people around you, but it also shows them that they can make new choices too. You can hear my dogs in the back. They're my confirmation. They were up here before, right before I started, but then they were like, I want to leave. And I was like, dang, where are you going? Okay. So let's get into these cards. Is there another one that wants to fly out? I feel like there is. Let's see. Some of you also need to slow down. When you're doing shadow work and bringing up these moments, these traumas, it's so important that you have a balanced approach, because when you find a catharsis and in a particular moment, the alchemy and transformation you've been looking for, I want you to train yourself to go then celebrate it, because that's going to help you anchor into a higher vibration, but also allow for the necessary time to allow your 3D reality to shift in a way that it doesn't end up creating more roadblocks for you. This is all about it's about the depth of the transformation, not about the quantity and how fast you're moving. So take your time with each of these moments and sit with them, digest them. These wounds that you're recovering from, these patterns that you're breaking free from. It's so important that you have a balanced approach, because your reality needs time to shift. Welcome in, Dungeon Crueler. Your reality needs time to shift, and also I don't want you to get into a recalibration coma. This is my word for you've done too much work to the point that your body literally shuts down because the energy has shifted so fast and your physical reality can't keep up with it. So you turn into a sloth. I don't want that for you. Please avoid recalibration coma at all costs. Having been there myself, I have learned the value of balance. There was this one time, like at the beginning of this year that I was out for like 2 weeks. I could not get out of bed. It was the most that I could do to shower and eat every single day. So please, 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 please take your time. Please, 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 please be gentle with yourself. Okay? It's not a race. It feels like a race because some of you are like, I'm so sick of this. I've been dealing with this for so long. I'm so done. I'm so done. Yeah, be done. Be done. But you don't have to, it's like you don't have to punish yourself by creating these roadblocks for yourself by moving too fast. How do you know when it's too much? That's a great question, Grace. Happy you made it in. How do you know when too much is, or it's too much? When you're sitting with a moment, I can give a really good example of this. When you're sitting with a moment and you have an emotional transformation, an emotional release, sometimes this looks like crying that happens as a result of shifting a moment. Sometimes it looks like the release of anger and having that communication or throwing a pillow, whatever it is that you need. But in the sense that after that, you have, it's like the release of that energy causes an exhaustive slump. In that slump, that is when you need to rest and nourish yourself. That slump of like you got the wind knocked out of you, that's when you need to make sure that you're slowing down and caring for yourself and allowing your body to integrate the changes in consciousness that you've moved through. Did that answer your question, Grace? So, in moving through your sacral chakra healing, it's coming back to feeling like you're not good enough at the things that you want to pursue. But what you don't realize, if that's your mindset, is that the more you continue and practice whatever it is that you're wanting to build, you're wanting to grow, that's what builds your confidence. That repetition is what strengthens that muscle. And it's the same way for shadow work. Follow up. How do you know you should, how you should care for yourself after noticing you need rest? Giving yourself the opportunity to do nothing except meet your basic needs without shaming yourself. So, that can look like getting yourself into the shower, making a home-cooked meal, watching your favorite mindless TV show, but not beating yourself up about not being able to do more. So for me, because I have a lot of Taurus placements, my self-care comes from creating comfort for myself. If you need a bit more guidance as to what kinds of things can help you nurture yourself and reset the most, look into your moon sign in your natal chart, in your birth chart, because that will give you some really good pointers for what helps you create comfort. And what helps you feel safe when you feel vulnerable and exposed. Is there anything else with this message about the sacral chakra healing. No. Moving right along. You're so welcome, Grace. Those were brilliant, on-point questions. Thank you for asking them. Someone just popped on here with a lot of anxiety, so I'm going to take a minute and clear that. Ooh. Whoa. Light workers, it is not your job to absorb other people's pain so they can deal with themselves. And I'm going to be pretty sharp when I talk about this, okay? Because some of you really need to hear this. So, as a light in this world, a light worker, your vibration of self-respect is the highest vibration that you can embody. That encompasses self-care, self-love, and the healthiest love and compassion that you can hold for others. Needing the mods to stay focused, please. And you know who I'm talking to. If that feels like it's an attack, it's not. But I'm needing all of your assistance and helping me stay focused on the message. So thank you. So as a light worker, as an empath, you're so sensitive to what everyone else is experiencing. And that means that you can literally feel it in your body. And because of that discomfort, you want to do what you can to make it right. But also, in a people-pleasing sort of way, to fix their problems so you don't have to feel their pain, their angst. It's also an incredibly strong pull of these people that are suffering. You know the saying, misery loves company. Well, as an empath, you're feeling the intensity of the person who is going through so much, of them wanting you to be down on their level so that they can feel better and use you like a battery because you just naturally absorb this energy. Well, that's a disservice to you. That's a disservice to you as someone who cares genuinely. Because you never know. It's not even a guarantee that the people that you want to help will even be receptive to you. They might take advantage of your nurturing heart. Yes, they're like energy vampires. Not everyone, and it's not always intentional, but for some people it is. So your safest bet and what maintains your vibration in the highest place is to love them without sinking down to their vibrational level. When you remember that you are the one with the abundance of light, you are the one with the abundance of energy, you're the one with the abundance of love, that energy has no choice but to overflow and reach those people. But what you don't have to do is take these things on for them, because that's robbing them of the lesson that they're needing to learn. It doesn't mean you can't support them. It doesn't mean you can't show up and hold space for them, but there's a way to do that without taking on their energy. Thank you, Lune. And I know that that's going to trigger a lot of people to hear me say that. As a healer, your love looks different from everyone else's. It's a difficult practice, which is why, again, on this channel, I'm always teaching you about how you need to be thinking about yourself, about the boundaries that you can be setting for yourself, and the work that you can do with yourself to ensure that you're always in the highest vibrational alignment with your mission and your purpose. Because that optimally puts you in the energy of not letting yourself be drained by those who would like to take your energy in that fashion. Akram, thank you so much for your donation. Andrea, not everyone knows that they're in this energy. Some people are very intentional about it. Some people have attachments that are looking to take your energy. It can be annoying, but it's also that they don't know any better because they're afraid to look at themselves. Right, Jim? I know. That's how my channel works, that I'm experiencing exactly what I'm teaching right now. That's also how I receive messages for you. This is so much about helping empower others. But if we take the energy, like it can create a real karmic mess if you step in and shield someone from something that they're destined to experience by fate. Andrea, it sounds like you're just needing a bit more time with yourself to focus more on pouring into your cup and get more comfortable saying no to others. There's a way to be present with them. There's a way to be present with them without just pouring yourself out for them. And you know what? This is right on, because this next card that I pulled here that flew out of the deck actually was conviction, throat chakra. Trigger statement, no one listens to me. The true statement is, my voice is heard. Stand strong and communicate your message. The world is ready to receive what you have to share. And it's so interesting too, the way that you'll clear so many things and make decisions in your best interest that uplift you and support you energetically, only for that to create what seems to be like situations communication that wants to pull you back into that cycle. It's something that is reminding you that you're on the right track. It's okay to go misunderstood. It's okay to be misunderstood by others. Some people are committed to not understanding you, and it's not your job to try to get them to see things the way that you see them, especially if it's not their contract here to understand you the way that you desire. What would you like next? They're saying it's not your job to justify yourself to anyone. I'll say that again. You don't have to justify yourself and your choices to anyone. Yes, Jim, thank you. Grant, I need you to focus, please. Be mindful that the people in your life that are trying to throw you off are also just seeking your attention. No, it's not mean. It's not mean to say no. It's not mean to take time and space for yourself. It's not mean to walk away when you need to walk away, because that's what's in your best interest. If you are genuinely working in your highest good, no matter what that looks like on the 3D perspective, it's always in your best interest. Well, see? It's always in the best interest of everyone else. When you're working in alignment with your highest good, it's automatically serving everyone's needs. Whether that's an alignment with what their desires are is something else entirely. But yes, absolutely, Michelle. It can feel so diminishing until we realize that these are opportunities for us to be in greater alignment with what it is that actually nourishes us. And as a light worker, your sensitivity makes these decisions and these circumstances infinitely more intense. These are opportunities for you to reclaim your power. Andrea. That's more of that releasing, huh? You don't have to feel guilty or ashamed for nourishing yourself. You don't have to feel guilty or ashamed for taking the space and time that you need to invest in you. If everyone else is calling you selfish for doing that, it's because they're not brave enough to do that for themselves. And they're jealous. So, if anything, take it as a compliment. As you continue to grow and ascend and become more unapologetically yourself, become more unfuckwithable, it poses a threat to the people that are not in an energy of radically loving themselves the same way. 4444. It's in your own best protection. Kaniki, where were you all my life? You would have been a fabulous neighbor. Growing up, I really kept to myself, so you might not have even met me. And know also that you're often working through the projections of other people, because when you are authentically yourself and expressing yourself authentically, that often triggers the people around you that don't understand you. Like, I was just having a conversation the other night, and something I said really triggered this person because it highlighted a blind spot. And immediately after walking away from that conversation, like, I hit my head and I could feel their anger. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not dealing with your bullshit anger. That's not my energy. That's not my job. If I showed you something you didn't want to see because you weren't paying attention, I was called to say that. I was called to say that. Do you think it's easy? Being who you are is not easy for other people. And because it's not easy for other people, they try to make you think that it's not easy for you. But it is. It is the most comfortable, enlightening, enriching thing you can ever do, is just be your freaking self. And God bless them if they're so triggered by it. God bless them. They couldn't handle you anyway. They couldn't handle you anyway. And I said out loud, after hitting my head, I was so angry. I was like, now I'm angry at the fact that I'm feeling their anger and the fact that their anger created this reality for me. I'm like, no. Guys, I'm not dealing with that shit. You better go fix that attitude over there, because I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it. And this person came back to me sort of with an energy of like their tail between their legs. And I was like, Well, you're the one stuck in your head. I'm sorry if I gotta say something that brings that to your attention, but really, people. I was like, you know what? You don't get to ruin my night. Take your weird ass funky energy and go over there. I'm not dealing with that shit. I got work to do. Yes, you deal with you and I'll deal with me. See, what's so incredible about your discernment light workers is that oh my gosh, no, bring it back, please. Bring it back. Can you please lift this person's energy off of me and bring that thought back? It's almost there. Loading. Wow, it would have been that on the money that it's just gone. Okay, can I pull cards from another deck? Which one? Okay. It was something about saying no, boundaries, discernment. Oh, that's so annoying. Ugh. Okay, thank you. It was about taking up space. Taking up space. Welcome in, Yasmin. Matsumi, if you want to book a reading with me, my link is down in the description box. Okay, energy's a little funky, we're just gonna play it by ear. Lightworkers, you were inherently taught that because you shine so brightly and naturally it triggers people, you very much have been in an energy that it's not okay to take up space in your own life. And that has created a lot of codependent dynamics for you of finding so much worth and meaning in enmeshment and how you add value to others' lives. Now, that's the more unhealthy side of this. The healthier side of this is being an independent person that is in the overflow of energy and able to extend that just by being yourself and being your authentic self. So some of you are in this energy of opening your heart chakra, opening your heart chakras and opening your throat chakras. You're being asked to take up more space in your life. And that can genuinely mean like doing things around your space that you wouldn't normally do without caring about how it's going to make others feel. But ultimately, this starts from the conversations that you're not having. There's a video that I channeled on a live stream. I think it was like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. It was called "These Conversations Will Change Your Life." I highly recommend you go check that out. So real. If they don't want to give time to move along and give to you, you are your priority. Amen. You are only responsible for your happiness. Doing you without feeling guilty. Exactly. Kaniki, that's exactly it. Oh my gosh. Whoa. And you starting to do that in dynamics where people have been benefiting from you not having boundaries, it's going to really send these people for a loop. It's going to really send these people for a loop. Yeah. Because I feel like you're all moving into an energy collectively where you're prioritizing your value. You're learning and being moved through circumstances and conversations that are teaching you your value and teaching you to value you first. Because your peace as a light worker is your priority. Your peace is your priority. We have the Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Rings. This is a fun deck. This is the Final Rose Tarot. Right on, Lune. I can give a testimony. The more I'm pouring into me, the more free I feel. The binds break over and over. Yes, literally breaking free of the conditioning that keeps you held down. And you know what's so interesting? I feel like a lot of you have been moving, like this is also your energy for sure, Lune. Like there was a, like you're, like you as an example for the collective right now, like so much of what you're going through right now in calling your power back and prioritizing, you watching this, everyone here watching this video, this is like you valuing you is sending these people who thought they were your equal, because we had the King of Pentacles here, the King of Rings, for a loop. They thought they were your equal. They thought they were on your level. They thought that they were able to meet you where you are. They thought that they understood you, but they didn't. Hell, they barely understand themselves because they're in such an energy of denial here. And this created so many tower moments. We have the Tower and then the Seven of Rings, the Seven of Pentacles. It sent all of this, it sent all of these people for a loop. Like you literally, even some of you, it's just as simple as you saying no and not budging. I hate narcissists. Yeah, y'all are a narcissist's worst nightmare because they never see it coming. They never see it coming. I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah, Dungeon Crueler, right on. Because y'all are prioritizing your value and prioritizing nourishing yourself and building your self-worth, appreciating how all of these experiences have built your character into this indestructible, fiery freaking light. Like, this is sending everyone for a loop. And you might be feeling that they're talking about you. You might be feeling that they're talking about you with the gossip here. Doesn't matter. Some of you are like me, and you know when people are doing card readings on you illegally. I mean spiritually, illegally. Some of you know when these people are like talking about you or stalking you on social media and things like this. Trying to gather information. Well, they must be seeing someone else. They must be doing blah, 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 blah. But really, you're just like living your own life. You're literally just living your own life and being happy. And somehow that is such a threat to these people. I don't understand. They're like, I can't believe that they don't need my validation. But the truth is, they needed yours. They always needed your validation. And I feel like some of you just got fed up. You're like, I'm sorry. This is not an attention game. This is not an attention game. I tried. I was fooled at the start, but you know what? I'm not going to fault myself. This is you. I'm not going to fault myself for loving. Because it's obvious that you needed it. It's obvious they needed it. And because they couldn't value you, God said goodbye. God said, say goodbye, mofo. God said, say goodbye, mofo. You're out. 3 strikes. Some of them is a lot more than 3 freaking strikes. 3 strikes and you're freaking out. Sayonara. Uh-huh. And you know what? Some of these people will just never get it. And that's okay. Because maybe 20 years from now they will. Ew, stealing your clothes. That's weird. That is weird. Yeah, some of these people created a fantasy that they wanted you to live in. But they didn't realize that you saw right through that. They had a vision for what they wanted you to be in their life that wasn't actually who you are. And they thought that they could get you to like compromise on your values about that. Or some of these people think that they could change you into being something that made them more comfortable. Nope. Yeah. Yes, this challenge was not one. Why do we always see the good in everyone? We see the 2% that is good and close our eyes to the 98% not so good. Because you as a light worker with a genuine heart want to see and believe in the best in people. And so much of what these people who are committed to not changing or to playing a blame game is that they want to see that, how do I say? They wanted to buy you with words and not with actions. And for some people, they're able to create a story. And a lot of light workers are conditioned in such a way that the words come before the behavior. And it's not something that you should be upset about. It's not something that you should be upset about, that you can see the good in people, that you can see the spark of divinity. And at the same time, we also teach people how to treat us based on the actions that we take, the way that we show up. Family, that's the message. That's the message. It's not your job to fix anyone. This is the last thing I'll say. It's not your job to fix anyone or make them change. If all you do is try to help them find a perspective where they can find more forgiveness and compassion for themselves, it's really up to them. I'm happy it resonated, Michelle. Gotta love Scorpio season, Grace. Gotta love Scorpio season. I love you all so much, okay? And I will see you very soon. I'm gonna be traveling a bit this weekend, so hopefully I'll be able to post again maybe tomorrow. Maybe, we'll see. We'll see. If I don't get out here with another message until Monday evening, it's because I'm traveling, fam. I love you all so much, okay? God bless you, and I'll see you so soon. Take care.